Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing really, really, really good. I am. I'm truly blessed, truly thankful. I just want to come to you guys and just talk. Something I haven't done in a long time. I had like a couple YouTube channels, and I would sometimes talk or have Bible scriptures or stuff like that. Something I like to do or talk about different things. I'm just coming today to talk about just just random stuff like bits and pieces of this, probably bits and pieces of that. Nothing really extreme. But I just want to talk about how it's vital for you to lean on the Lord. And everything you do is very vital to lean on the Lord. And I really believe with all my heart that you must put God in everything you do. Anywhere you're not willing to put God there, something is going to be there. So you have to understand that. It may not seem like it may not feel like it, or none of the above. But if you have something in your life and and the Lord is not there, something's there. So never underestimate that. And it's the reason why the enemy doesn't want God right there. So, anyways, I want to get into. I had to say this. I'm a mom. I have two sons. Uh, like I say, this is random. I'm single. I was married, and I'm still going through my process, but for 17 years. So I just kind of want to speak a little bit about. I hear people talk about marriage. Marriage is absolutely beautiful. Do not get it twisted. Marriage is definitely a blessing. It is a goal. It is nothing wrong with wanting to be married because it's beautiful. And people, even though some people that are single and they experience something so harsh, in their life, as far as, maybe separation, divorce. Some people do become bitter. They can because, they remember what they thought that they had. But I say this, um, uh, I would say take your time and learn who you are and just take those steps and pray. Don't just do it because it's a big topic. A lot of people are doing it. It seems like it feels like the right thing to do. So sometimes it feels like the right thing to do. It doesn't mean that it is. I got my junk in the floor. Don't look. But yeah, so it feels like it's the right thing to do. But just take your time. And learn each other. Like, have fun. Don't, because sometimes I tell you, when you get married, a lot of times, guess what's gonna happen? Here come the kids. I'm telling you guys, that's what happened to me. I know, not all the time, but it's easier because you marry, you're like, hey, God is in this. Hey, we're going to fly away. So I would just say, take your time and just have fun and get to know who you're with and just grow together. Like, just let love be love. Nowadays, love is so complicated. It's so many regulations and rules and strings, and he has to do this, she has to do that, and a lot of people can't even be in a relationship more than 19 days. But they got all this advice. So you got to be careful because some people can't stand in the fire. And if you stand in the fire, you're a fool. How come you stayed that long? But yet you was married and then now you better be on your second. Now you're on your third. Like, come on. Like, so you have to understand we have to be careful because there's a lot of people that got beautiful, beautiful intentions, a lot of beautiful advice, but they never been in the fire. They don't know what it's like to be still. They don't know what it's like to stick it out. They don't understand. They just know a lot of rules, regulations, do's, don'ts. So we have to be cautious because you have to know what it feels like. Sometimes, not all the time, in order to relate to someone. In order to reach someone, Yes, sometimes naively we stay in something we shouldn't, and it's not healthy. So you have to be cautious of that. So that's why I say it's so important just to take your time, have fun, and remember. I found myself getting mad one time because I was like, when a man loves a woman, and the Bible talks about, a man loving his wife. So a lot of things he can't overlook just because he loves her. So a lot of society says, stipulation says, my company says, business for business purposes, this says, but wait a minute, that's not what God says. He said, love your wife. And what does love do? You get what I'm saying? So love would cause a lot of fights that was supposed to happen, not. A lot of aggravation, a lot of frustration, a lot of tension. Love covers the multitudes of sin. Love outweighs so much stuff. But sometimes it's so hard to know what love is, or am I really in love? Sometimes people don't know they're in love because they got a book. So you have to burn some of these books and just say, you know what? A wise man or woman once said, I saw this on the internet, trust yourself. Trust that you're doing your best. We're not going to get it right. And I think that's where we struggle. We feel like I didn't get it right. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm not going to get it right. I want to get it right so bad. And I don't want people to look at me a certain way. You're supposed to be a boss. You're supposed to be independent. You not know. You should really, 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 really hug yourself, pat yourself on the back. Look how far you've came. To the world, that's why I say God say, don't be conformed to this world. So what it is, we have to be careful because God may be growing you, and in that growth, of course, there's going to be trials, tribulation, obstacles, but you have to navigate mentally through these obstacles and say, I'm doing a really great job. The world may not be proud of me, but I am so proud of me. So you have to start being proud of yourself. Look at yourself and say, you know what? A couple months ago, I found myself crying a lot in a bad situation. But look at where God has brought me. Society may say, you're broke. You're this. You don't have this. You don't have it. But look what God has brought me. I can't speak for no one else, but I can tell you what God has done for me. So I think, like I say, guys, be very, very careful, of what you're doing. And if God is bringing you up, just believe, yes, you're going to go through some fiery stuff. And don't be so quick, Like I had to learn this myself. When I would hear certain advice, I would get ticked off. I really would. I would get ticked off. But some of it was positive and some of it was negative. But I have to say, it was because God had to check me. You get what I'm saying? So he's going to check you. So if you say, I want, a car, he's going to check you on it. If you want a house, a wife, he's going to check you. So meaning he has to show you because you're going to be so quick to show people who they are or who they is. So he has to show you who you are. So for you can kind of, whoa, be careful. Whoa, wait a minute. But some people, what they do, instead of taking that advice, they get mad and they get angry. And then they be like, I'm not going to treat her so good. And I'm not going to, because they're frustrated and they ticked off because God is checking them. So, and that's another thing. How come God can't check you? And when he check you, why do you rebel? See, that's what I love about God. He will examine your heart and he will try to kick off some stuff. But if you're going to say disregard it and put it back on, guess what he'll do? He'll let you. But guess what? You won't get your blessing, or you will get it and it's going to leave because you disregard. So don't be so quick to get so upset and so angry and so frustrated, because for some of you, your blessing is so close to that door that the enemy is hitting you. Have you noticed, let's be real, in the last 2 months or so, it's got a little bit worse for you and you can't understand why? It's because that's an attack. and the enemy sees something that God is doing in your life, and he has to fight and fight and fight and fight. He will fight you, because do you think the devil want to see you happy and whatever you want? Do you not know some of you, your husbands is so close to the door, your wife is right there at the door, but God is checking you and he's trying to clean you up, because he know if he doesn't, you're gonna lose it, because you're being tempted and you're being tried and you can't handle it and you're not used to it. You're starting to feel the pressure. He's coming. Oh my gosh. When she's coming. Oh my gosh. This levels to this. Should I date someone that got money? Should I date someone that ain't got no money? Should I date someone that's poor? Should I? And then all this stuff, and then you become real fornicated, like, and lustful, like, and then see, God is checking you. And if you not careful, you're gonna get something, but God didn't send her. Oh my. Woo! You're going to get something, and she's going to be everything that society says she should be, business says she should be. But God said, I didn't give her to you. That didn't come from me, but you're a receiver. See, God want to clean you up so you can receive what he got for you. But if you're not careful, you're going to lose it. But yeah, that's all I had to say, guys. God bless you. Stay in the fire. It's hot. But guess what? You're not in the fire by yourself. The Lord is there. Lean on him. God bless. Love you. Peace.